What's up, everybody? We have Lala, Kent, and Scheana Shay that are throwing shots, more like darts, at Rachel Leviss's face. We have Ariana Madix, who is now grateful that she got cheated on. And we have Bethany Frankel, who is officially biting the hand that fed her, and she is owning it, baby. Let's get it. Oh, hi, it's me, Zack Peter, pop culture junkie, reality TV insider, published author, and host of the No Filter with Zack Peter podcast. Here I'll bring you all the latest news on the Real Housewives, deep dives into celebrity legal scandals, and unfiltered convos with your favorite stars. I've got you covered. And yes, I always keep receipts. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest tea. Now, let's dive in. Hi, guys. What's going on? Wow, the live chat is lit today. Marianne Stout says, Zack, you look tired, but still handsome. Well, thank you. I'm glad I look tired today. That just makes me feel real confident. And then we have Juliana, and Juliana says, find a new subject. Well, Juliana, find a new podcast, bitch. All right, let's get into it. It's a spicy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Everybody in the club. Okay. So I hope you guys are ready. It's the holiday season. I think we are officially into Hanukkah, right? Has Hanukkah started? I feel like Hanukkah, or is it about to start? Sorry, guys, I'm not Jewish, but I did want to wish everybody a happy Hanukkah. If Hanukkah has officially kicked off, I'm looking at my calendar. I don't see Hanukkah, but we have Christmas, which is coming up soon. My family celebrates Christmas, so happy almost Christmas. But let's get it, guys. Zack, that was hysterical. You made me laugh out loud. Which part? It's the fourth night of Hanukkah. Okay, thank you, Danielle. Happy Hanukkah, guys. It's the fourth day of Hanukkah, and na. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 moms to take care of, 2 household members, 5 staff members, 10 dogs and cats, and a partridge in a pear tree. Yes, that was a little shady. If you guys caught on to what I was putting down. Okay, so in the holiday mood, in the holiday spirit. Ooh, look at that. I left my spray tan on, so I was like baking in it all night. Because we were shooting our family Christmas card yesterday, which we do every year. We do it every year. Someone got onto the shade. We do it every year. We do a family video and a family card. This year, we're doing an Legally Blonde Elle Woods inspired video. We have her Harvard admission tape that we pulled inspiration from. I won't tell you what the video will be. We'll drop it soon, but we filmed it yesterday and we shot the Christmas card, so we'll be releasing that. I don't know, maybe we'll release it early, but it is Harvard admissions inspired by Elle Woods. Okay, let's talk about Lala and Scheana because they have a new song. It's called It's a Christmas Sleigh, fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. And it's so good. They just dropped this new Christmas jam. It's great, right? Because Scheana had her other song, Apples. A-P-P-L-E-S. How you like them? Saw you on the internet. You a hot mess. A-P-P-L-E-S. P-P-L-E-S. Mm-mm. Dominique Penny says, not 2 moms and a staff and pets, and you're going to London. It's so hard. Am I going? Oh, is someone going to London? I didn't know about the London part, but I knew about the 2 moms and the staff, 5 staff members, and all the pets, and 2 houses, and a partridge in a pear tree. But so Scheana and Lala released this new song. It's called It's a Christmas Bop, and it is so freaking good, you guys. The APPLE Apples. I was kind of bummed because it's only on Spotify and it's not on Apple Music, and I have an Apple Music account, so I always just wanted them to be like on my playlist that I put because I use Apple Music, but whatever. Anyway, this new song is on Apple Music, and so you can listen to it on both Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music from. But it's so good, and there are so many Housewives nods in it as well. There's one, they have one line where they're like, "It's a Trace Amigas, we're sipping tequila," and then there's another one where Lala goes, "The verdict is in, we're keeping the earrings." And then, we're saying for Christmas, no TROs, which was a little nod to Raquel, Rachel, because she obviously fired the TRO, temporary restraining order, against Scheana. And then Scheana has a line where she's like, I want to be an angel, not a Rachel, bitch. And I was like, oh, we're doing shots fired. Shots fired. Oh, the Christmas jam is good. It's very, very good. Oh, yeah. Apples is only on Spotify. But yeah, shading Rachel is boring. Let the mouse go. I think it's funny. Listen, I got a kick out of it. I know Sandoval and Schwartz did a crossover with Two Teas in a Pod. Love me some Teddy and love me some Tamra, but I was trying to get Sandoval on my podcast. But listen, they're killing it. They're staying in the top charts, and I have no shade to throw their way because it was a great interview. I haven't finished it yet, but I know a lot of people have been telling me about it, and I need to finish listening to it. And I'll do a full recap of Two Teas in a Pod, and then Teddy and Tamra went on Everybody Loves Tom, which is Tom Sandoval's podcast. So, boom. I'll make sure I listen to both of them and give you like a full recap of what gets revealed. Because Sandoval does have a lot to say. And from what I've heard, it's actually good. The pieces that I have heard so far are good. It does feel like he's taking a lot of accountability. He does seem to open up more about their relationship. We're seeing the dust settle a little bit more. So people said that the Tamara and Teddy on Everybody Loves Tom is a lot better than Tom and than Sandoval and Schwartz on Two Teas in a Pod. So I haven't listened to Everyone Loves Tom yet. I just started Two Teas in a Pod yesterday. So it was a busy weekend, which is why I look tired. Marianne Stout, thank you for that. But it was a busy and a long weekend. So I haven't had a chance to fully listen to all of it just yet. But I will definitely tune in and give you guys a full recap. And I will give you a recap of the new Hulu documentary that just dropped, Reality Reckoning with Bethany and Leah McSweeney. We'll see. I'll let you know how much of Leah McSweeney's butthole we see on Hulu. So stay tuned for that. I'll make sure I consume all of that content today. That way I can do a full recap of everything tomorrow on Tuesday's episode of the podcast. But loving the Scheana and Lala jam, loving the Raquel shade. I just think it's funny. Like, come on. She literally like filed a temporary restraining order against Scheana and like wanted like Scheana to admit that she'd punched her, and then went on Bethany's Frankel and doubled down on the fact that Scheana had punched her. And it was just, it's ridiculous. So yeah, Scheana deserves to throw a little shade. We live for the shade, guys. Why are we mad at the shade? We live and we love for the shade. But so they're done. They said, bye, bitch. We're done with you. You're not on Vanderpump Rules anymore. We're going to shade you and send you off. They're, not a Rachel, bitch, which is funny because it's basically like throwing nod to Rachel being a basic bitch. Not a Rachel, bitch. Not a basic bitch. So we love shade. We love it. But it seems like the cast is officially dunzos with Rachel. But Ariana was just on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy asked her, he was like, okay, so, how do you feel now that the scandal is kind of settled down and the dust has settled, and you are now doing Chicago, because she's going to be Roxy Hart in Chicago in the new year. She just wrapped Dancing with the Stars. She's getting all these incredible endorsement deals. Like, there's a lot of good that has come her way, and her career has really kind of reached a peak. She has her new book, Single AF Cocktails. She's doing her tour right now. So Andy asked her, like, do you feel, like you ended up all right? Do you think that that Scandoval ended up being a good thing for you? And she actually agreed. And she was like, yeah, she's like, I think the universe had my back in this. And he's like, oh, so would we say thank you, Tom Sandoval? And she was like, no, I wouldn't say thank you, Tom Sandoval. I'm going to say thank you, universe. But she's at least owning and acknowledging that, like, because that's what I feel like a lot of people are like getting fatigued with her being like, she came up and she's doing great. And why are we paying attention to her? Like, she understands, you guys, that she's getting all of this because she was cheated on. Do people get cheated on all the time? Yeah, they do. Do they always get all these good endorsement deals? No, they don't. She happened to get lucky. Let her live her life. Let her be lucky and, live her best life. I think she played it smart. I think Sandoval played it smart because he kind of, sat there and took his beating and, got through the most recent season, and now he's coming out on the other side. Finally, it's been, almost a year at this point. This scandal broke in March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, December. So it's been 8 months since everything kind of went down, and now we're starting to see, the pendulum shift. We're starting to see Tom come out on the other side. He has his new interview with Teddy and Tamara, and listen, it all kind of comes around at some point, and I think he will eventually have his redemption arc. One thing I will give him is that he did not run. He took the heat. He still went on tour. He stopped drinking. He tried to take some accountability. He's not the best at taking accountability. He definitely still has an ego, but he's at least facing the audience, right? Raquel did not face the audience. She went and she hid, and she's like, I'm going to work on myself and I'm going to do therapy. And then she came out of therapy and had no real growth or evolution, right? She goes and does Bethany's podcast and takes no accountability, zero accountability for any of her actions, only pointing the finger at Bravo, pointing the finger at producers, pointing the finger at Ariana because she was never really that close to Ariana, pointing the finger at Tom Sandoval because he manipulated her, even though she's a grown ass woman, you know? I don't love, like, listen, if it's a 19-year-old girl and a much older man that has power and privilege and all these other things where he has a leg or a few legs to really stand on, and you have someone that's young and innocent and doesn't really know what they're getting themselves into, that's a different situation. Raquel is a grown woman who came to Los Angeles, who wanted to be on a reality show, who had been on a reality show for years. There was always these theories that we thought that she was just dating James because she wanted to get on the show. Eventually, she becomes a full-time cast member. She was befriending Ariana. Like, she has to take accountability. And she'll be like, and she's taken like some accountability where she's like, yeah, it was wrong and I shouldn't have done it. But like, I wasn't even that close to Ariana. And yeah, it was wrong and I shouldn't have done it. But I was being lied to Tom Sandoval. It's like, girl, if Ariana is your friend, and let's say Tom is lying to her, let's say he is trying to manipulate her, then why not go to Ariana and have a conversation with her and be like, listen, he's telling me these things, which is what Ariana said, I believe, in the finale or in the reunion or some time recently. She was like, if he was telling you all of these things, then why wouldn't you come to me and ask me if these things were true or not? You know? So, from what I heard from the Two T's in a Pod episode, it sounded like Tom really was in love with Raquel. And at the reunion, they both said that they are in love with Raquel. I mean, or that they are in love with each other. Tom said he was in love with Raquel. Raquel said she was in love with Sandoval. They were laughing behind the scenes. They were vibing together. So, you know, yeah. I mean, I know it's a tired topic at this point, and I know that it's time to just move on from it. And I think we're all at that place. It'll be interesting to see how invested we will be in the new season of Vanderpump Rules, considering we've already kind of seen this play out in the press and we're kind of a little fatigued by it, but it'll be interesting to see what we get from this new season. Ariana did give us a few tidbits from what to expect in the new season when she was on Watch What Happens Live yesterday. Let's see, what did she reveal? Oh, she played a game where she had to name which cast members, did the most, right? So she says that Lala cries the most, which I thought was interesting. I thought Scheana would be the one that cried the most, or even her. Like, I'm surprised Lala's the one that cried the most. Hi, Jeff Lewis Obsessed. Hit the like button, guys. Yes, hit the like button. Love you. Appreciate you. She says that James is the one that talks the most behind people's backs, which, are we really surprised? Like, James. It's James. He's messy. James is messy, and he's James. She says that Brock is the one that cozies up to Sandoval the most, which I understand because, listen, Brock was new to the group, right? He doesn't have the history, but Scheana and Sandoval had history together. And Brock, I'm sure him and Tom Sandoval, like, that was one of his first friends coming into the group outside of Scheana. So I understand where Brock might have been coming from in wanting to befriend Sandoval, or at least, cut him a little bit of slack. Ariana said that Scheana is the biggest pot stir, which I find interesting. Like, is she defining pot stir as, well, Sheena's the one that's befriending Sandoval and Sheena's the one that's, still kind of giving him a little grace? I don't know. But she names Scheana as the biggest pot stir. She says that Katie's the biggest drinker. but that Katie is also the most loyal. So I get that. Katie, listen, Katie is ride or die, even when she's not always. Katie's like a Teresa, like Teresa Juice, she's like, it's all or nothing. And I feel like that's how Katie is. So when Katie gives her loyalty, it is very die hard. And she never liked Sandoval. So I'm sure this just gives her more vindication and reason to really lean into her disdain for Sandoval. But I mean, the biggest drinker, I mean, okay. She says that the person that's the most jealous of her being on Dancing with the Stars is Tom. Okay, he is salty. He's got to be a little salty, right? Because if you listen to it, like Ariana did come up with the law and he ended up being one of the most hated people on the cast, or like one of the most hated reality stars. Like we really came hard for him. We really dragged him. I mean, people were going to his shows and booing him on stage, and like people were even at BravoCon, people still continued to boo him. So I feel like I get that. But I do think even though he wants to be happy for Ariana and he knows that she like deserves this considering what he did, at the same time, I think he's a little salty about it. He was telling customers not to vote for her. Was he telling customers not to vote for her? I don't remember hearing about that. Was that like a true thing that we confirmed, or is that like a rumor that we heard online? What customers was he telling not to vote for her? He's not even at Schwartz and Sandy's. I know he was at Tom Tom a couple of times. He told patrons at Tom Tom to vote for Sochi or Jason. Oh, well, I don't like that. Who revealed that tea? I don't remember hearing about that at all. That's not very nice. I don't like the rumors about the husband. I don't like that at all. And that to me also shows no growth or evolution. I thought that he was being supportive of her. He seemed to have been supportive of her in interviews, but maybe that's just the public persona that he's trying to put out there. I mean, I don't see him personally voting for her, but I mean, telling other people to vote for other people. I mean, unless, again, context, right? Unless it was like they were coming to him and they're like, Tom, Ariana's done you wrong. I'm going to vote for Sochi or I'm going to vote for Jason. And he'd be like, then vote for Sochi, vote for Jason. I don't know. So nasty and so rude, end up. So nasty and so rude. It was confirmed and the post was taken down for fear of being sued. He was told they would be sued the person who told for everyone on a Reddit. Got it. Why would they be sued? The only time they can be sued is if the information is false. Do we understand how lawsuits work? Like if you put out a piece of information that's true, you can't be sued for that. You can only be sued for slander or defamation, but that's if something is false and you intentionally know that it's false and you still put it out there knowing that it's false. If something true happened and you witnessed something or had some sort of experience and you put that on the internet, you can't get sued for that unless you're a reporter and you disclose to the reporter that your conversation is off the record, and then the reporter then reveals that and goes forward with it. Then that can also open you up to liability as well. But like, you can't get sued for posting something like that. To me now sounds fishy. If somebody's like, I had to take this down for fear of being sued. The only time you can sue somebody with information that gets put on the internet is if the information is false. And yeah, Zack is correct on his legal analysis. Exactly. So now I don't even believe that that was true if the person took it down for fear of being sued. Again, you can only get sued if the information that you're putting out there is false, if it's misinformation, if it's incorrect. Because Josh made every 1 second guess what we can say. We love shade. We do love shade. It wasn't fishy more than one person came forward. Then why was it taken down? It is fishy. To me, it's fishy if it's taken down out of fear of being sued. If that listen, I'm going off the information you guys are giving me. So if you don't like my reaction to the information, I'm only going based off of, what I understand about the law. And I don't float with that low budget speculation. Give me some real shit. Otherwise, is fishy. And I'm going to call it out because that's what I do. I call out the fishiness. I call out the low budgetness. I get in trouble for that because people don't like when I do that. But that's what I do. Is what I do, boo. But as we are now into Hanukkah, as we are now approaching Christmas and we're now fully submersed into the holiday season, I feel like some people may be having a little financial anxiety, but worrying about your money doesn't help. Earnin does. Earnin is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $100 per day or up to $750 per pay period. Just download the Earnin app and verify your paycheck. Then access up to $100 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. It's great for any last minute gifts for your loved ones this holiday season, or if you spend a little too much because you wanted to be a little generous and you're like, ooh, I'm going to need a little advance to help with my rent. Well, download Earnin today. It's spelled EARNIN, and you can download Earnin in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the Earnin app, be sure to type in No Filter under podcast when you sign up because it really does help the show. That's No Filter under podcast. Subject to your available earnings, location, daily max, and pay period. Max, see earnin.com/TOS for details. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. And also, if you want to hear where'd you get that this holiday season, then Uncommon Goods is your secret weapon. Uncommon Goods is here to make your holiday shopping stress-free by scouring the globe for the most remarkable and truly unique gifts for everyone on your list. Whether you're shopping for your secret Santa or for your entire family, Uncommon Goods knows exactly what they want. I already started my holiday shopping and I love all of the customizable options. You can buy things that are a little more generic, or and you just want to invest in more of small businesses, independent creators, or you can find things that are customizable to everyone on your list. I'm telling you, it's a good site. When you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses, and these fine products are often made in small batches. So shop now before they sell out this holiday season. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/nofilter and subscribe. That's uncommongoods.com/nofilter. Enter your email and receive 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. That's Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary. Woo woo. All right. Renee says, can Earnin help with an engagement ring or rent for two moms? I don't know. Why does somebody need help paying for an engagement ring? An engagement that happened like 9 years ago? Why are you guys trying to make me be shady? I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to make Santa's nice list this year. I've been very naughty. I've been very naughty. But you're trying to make me be extra shady. Here's the thing. This always happens. Somebody posts something and then I react to a comment and then it gets, minions go and report back to other people. And then I end up getting in trouble for it. Y'all crazy. Shout out to Brittany. Brittany, it's Brittany, bitch. She's officially been a member for 13 months. Woo, woo. Thank you, Brittany. Brittany says we have 262 people watching live right now, watching the live stream. Yes, Brittany. Yes, we do. Thank you for being a member. We have Trish Hobbs Phillips. Shout out to Trish, who says, happy holidays, Zack Pack. Trish has been a member for 2 months. Dun, 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 dun. Also, I have 3 moms. I just realized that. I technically have 3 moms. One that I don't really claim, but I technically have 3 moms, okay? I have my mom who's in a committed relationship to Vanessa, her partner. They've been together for 10 years after she divorced my stepfather. And then I have my dad's wife, who's my stepmom. So I have 3 moms, okay? I just want to put that out there. I have 3 moms. I always gotta one up it. All right, guys. What should we? Oh, let's talk about Bethany and her reality reckoning, because she is saying that it is officially time to bite the hand that fed her. She's doing her new Hulu special, which dropped over the weekend, and it's called Reality Reckoning. I guess they were tired of the Housewife they had the Housewife and the Hustler, and they had the Housewife and the Hustler, and the housewife and the Shaw Shocker, and then they had the Randall scandal. So now they have Reality Reckoning, and Bethany Frankel's in it, and Liam McSweeney's in it. I'll do a full recap of it on tomorrow's podcast, only because I haven't watched. I've only seen clips of it so far, but I did see the clip where I saw a clip where the reporter asks Beth. Oh yeah, they did have a scandal. I didn't watch the Scandoval documentary though. But the Bethany one, or the Reality Reckoning one, they're asking her, they're like, people are kind of annoyed because Bravo helped you, Andy Cohen helped you come up. They helped make you the success that you are. Housewives is what gave you this platform. And she's like, no. She's like, Andy did not make me. And we came up together. And if anything, Andy made himself off of the backs of all of us. And then she goes on to say, and then they're like, what about people that are saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you? And she's like, it's time to bite that hand. And I'm just like, my God. I'm like, shut up, Bethany. Andy Cohen was a person he created the Real Housewives franchise, which was an opportunity that you leveraged. It was television that you were able to promote your skinny girl brand on. So yes, he did have an opportunity. He had power at a network because he did have a authoritative position at the network, where I think he was doing more of social stuff and marketing stuff for Bravo before he eventually became the head of programming at Bravo. And then now he, is just an executive producer on the Real Housewives franchise. But he is the one that created the Real Housewives franchise, which is the show that you signed a contract to willingly participate in, where you went and stood on the backs of other women because you would constantly tear them down on this show. So I don't love that she's like, no, Andy and I, this whole narrative that she and Andy came up together. Yes, Andy became famous around the same, nobody knew of Andy prior to Housewives, but fame and status are two completely different things. So I don't think she and Andy came up together necessarily. I think they both, were building fame at that same time, but he still was at a level where he did have more power, and he created a show that she then went to go star in, and then was able to become a breakout star of, to the point where she was able to leave. And she was done with it. And then she wanted to come back, and she wanted to make sure she could promote her books and promote her skinny girl brand and do all of these, she got her talk show because of this. Listen, Ellen wasn't giving Bethany a talk show prior to her having an opportunity on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and gaining some sort of status. So JB says they came up together. Congratulations to them both. What is wrong with that? I mean, listen, I don't think they came up together, again, because he did create this brand that I think he had at least a leg up. Again, their fame was built together. Congrats to both of them. Yes, but I feel like Bethany wants to kind of tear him down. I don't understand her vendetta against Andy Cohen. I don't get it. To me, it's just strange, Dominique says Andy Cohen is a producer and TV host. She's just a housewife. Yeah, I mean, listen, he was able to build a successful franchise, and he's still doing that. I mean, her skinny girl is ending up on, the discount rack at Marshall's. So I don't really understand what her beef is. Housewives isn't ending up on any discount shelves. Housewives is doing just fine. It's weird, though. I don't think that the competition is between Andy and Bethany. I think the competition is in Bethany's head against Andy. And Andy's just like, I don't need to compete with you, sweetheart, because I'm doing just fine. The Real Housewives brand is continuing to evolve and branch out and grow. Bethany, on the other hand, her skinny girl brand continues to circle the drain, and she's just trying to, jump at every last bit of relevance that she can. And that's the part that's upsetting to me, is that she's not one, acknowledging where she came from, or giving credit to the franchise that built her, which she has done in the past. Remember when she was literally crying on Watch What Happens Live, and she's like, thank you so much, and thank you for this opportunity, and blah, blah, blah. And she was so grateful for that opportunity. And it's just weird that she went from having this deep gratitude to the network and to Andy and to the Real Housewives producers, but yet now she's like wanting to burn it all to the ground. It's one thing to have, listen, I've always said that she's had strong talking points. Residuals, yes. You want to take care of reality stars? Yes. But again, it's like, she's like, they're over here exploiting bankruptcies and exploiting divorces. I'm sorry, but bankruptcy and divorce are parts of real life that people deal with, especially the people that are at the status that get them on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Here's the other thing. Are they going to exploit a storyline where you have two people that are committing bank fraud and lying to the government? And Teresa and Joe is who I'm referring to. But like when you have people that are criminals that are committing crimes, Jen Shah, you really going to tell me that Bravo exploited Jen Shah? No, they followed the story. Jen Shah is the one that knows what she did and what she was doing and decided to put herself on a reality show. Even when it comes to a cheating scandal, even when it comes to a divorce, people know the status of their relationship going into something, and people know the status of their relationship, and they continue to stay on this show. So there has to be personal accountability. The network is always going to exploit the story, and they're always going to want to follow the real story: divorce, cheating, bankruptcy, going broke, having your husband, end up being a crook and turning your life upside down. Absolutely. These are real things that people deal with. Now, when Erica was on the podcast and she was talking about how she does wish that the producers would have given her a little more grace in the editing and allowed her to explain herself a little bit more, that's real. That I understand. But at the same time, she was also very much like, but listen, that's not the game. And she's like, and I know the game that I signed up for. And that's why I asked her, I was like, why continue to stay on the show? And she said, because I'm not going to let anybody else tell the end of my story but me. And that's what it is. Shout out to Valerie. Hey, Valerie. That's just what it is. It's what it is. Vicky's really the only one who can say that she and Andy really built something great together. Yes, because Real Housewives of Orange County was the first. Okay, that's a great fucking point, because we had Real Housewives of Orange County and Real Housewives of Atlanta that had already launched and aired successfully. OC took a while to build, but then if you read, what was it, Not All Diamonds and Rosé or The Housewives by Brian Moylan, both of them that kind of like, talk about the history of Bravo and Real Housewives. But they talk, I think it's The Housewives by Brian Moylan. I don't think it's Not All Diamonds and Rosé, but The Housewives talks about how originally Real Housewives of Orange County was not a rating success, but Bravo continued to air reruns over and over and over. It's similar to like what E did with the Kardashians, with Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They would air it over and over and over and over and over. So anytime you tuned into E, you were likely to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And even if it was in the background or whatever, you then were able to like kind of get hooked into it. You became invested, whether you just had it on while you were cooking or whether you were watching it and doing rewatches or whatever. The fact that it was constantly on kind of forced people to watch it. Even if like you tuned in to watch E! News and a rerun happened to be airing right after and you just kind of left the TV on, whatever. That's the model that Bravo used to make Real Housewives of Orange County successful. And it worked. So OC had already launched and was great. Atlanta had already launched and Atlanta had breakout ratings. Like Atlanta was killing it. And then they decided to do Manhattan Moms, and Manhattan Moms eventually became Real Housewives of New York. So for me, I'm kind of like, so then how did Bethany come up with Andy when he had already had two successful Housewives shows before New York was even greenlit? And even when they were filming Real Housewives of New York, it was originally Manhattan Moms. It was a completely different show that wasn't Real Housewives. So I feel like, again, Andy Cohen had a leg up above Bethany. Did they both become more culturally relevant and more famous together at the same time? Sure. As New York picked up success, Andy Cohen then continued to, then he did Jersey, and then he did Beverly Hills. And so that continued to grow. And then we had Miami and Dallas and DC and all the other ones that came afterwards. But like, come on. It's just kind of dumb for her to think that she and Andy came up together or that they're in some way equals. Andy Cohen is like an actual network executive. He is a producer on a major franchise. Everything Bethany's ever tried to put on television has never gone past a single season, with exception for the spinoff show that they gave her. Bravo gave her Bethany getting married and Bethany Ever After. And then she pulled the plug on that because her marriage with Jason fell apart. Fine, right? But like Bethany the Talk Show didn't go anywhere. Bethany and Frederick didn't go anywhere. All the shows that she tried to sell to Bravo never ended up getting picked up. So to me, it's strange that she has this narrative in her head. Bethany is just desperate for the last little embers of fame that she's losing. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's about relevance, and so I don't like when people try to bite the hand that fed them, because you were also complicit and you were also, like, you knew what you were doing. You knew what you were signing up for. You continue to sign up season after season. She always said she never walked away from the show because she didn't like that the show was women, beating down women. She constantly beat down other women. Look at where she was with Carol Radziwill when in Carol's final season. So, she didn't leave the show because it was toxic. She said she left the show because she thought that she was better than the show. She thought that she, could go beyond the show. New show idea. Bethany goes bankrupt. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think she'll go bankrupt. She's doing fine. Listen, she's invested her money very wisely. She's invested it into property. She's doing all right. She ain't hurting for money, and she has Paul now. I mean, hopefully he sticks around, but it's definitely really made me relook at her divorce to Jason Hoppy, and I'm like, not that he was a great person. I'm definitely never going to be team Jason Hoppy, but at the same time, I'm also just like, I think maybe they were both kind of villains in that story, and it wasn't all just Jason. So, yeah. Okay. I think that's all I have for you guys today, right? Kathy Hilton had another Christmas party. I don't know why she has so many damn Christmas. Like, who needs to have this many Christmas parties? My God. Oh, Nicki Minaj released Pink Friday 2. I tried listening to it this morning, and it just was not. It was not really slapping. I was just kind of like, oh, I don't know how I feel about. Like, I don't know. I have to listen to the album at least one more time and all the way through, but. We also have Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Roni Legacy that airs. It launches this Thursday, the 14th. So get ready for that. We have Kelly Ben-Simone, Ramona Singer, Sonia Morgan, Luann de Lesseps, Countess Luann, Dorinda Medley, and Kristen Takeman. Kristen Takeman's a good example of housewives and how, remember when we found out that her husband was part of that Ashley Madison cheating scandal, which I'm hearing gets covered and talked about on the show. So very much looking forward to that. Very much here for it. And according to Queens of Bravo, they break the fourth wall, talk about former cast members, and bring up previously undiscussed topics. They throw shade, but eventually make it nice. We were in tears throughout. I wonder if I have to check my screener account and see if I have a screener for that yet. And maybe I'll tease some things about it. But I'm looking forward to Roni Legacy. I'm excited for it. I'm, ready to see these ladies back on television. I'm kind of bummed, though, that we only have them for a few episodes. I believe they drop the first 3 episodes. So yeah. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Well, I guess that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday. I hope you have a good time. Get ready for the holidays. Happy Hanukkah to those that are celebrating. If you're on vacation this week, then I'm glad you decided to spend your vacation with me. Donna Bowling from Daily Dose of Donna and I are recapping season 1 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It is a fun rewatch. You guys can watch old episodes now on Peacock, which is where Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Legacy will be dropping this Thursday. So go and tune into that. It is available for Apple or No Filter Plus members on Apple Podcasts. So if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, every Sunday you will get a bonus episode, an additional bonus episode, because we have our Friday bonus episodes. And now for the holidays, I'm giving you an extra bonus episode for Sundays. And that's where Donna Bowling and I will recap. So we have season 1, episode 1. Our recap is now available for No Filter Plus members on Apple Podcasts. Go tune into that now. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. This Tuesday, Josh and I on his YouTube channel, Josh from Louisiana. Be sure to subscribe, guys, to Josh from Louisiana. We're going to be doing the Vanderpump Rules recap. They have the rewatch that's happening tomorrow, this Tuesday. So Tuesday evening, Josh and I will be going live on his YouTube channel to recap all of the tea that gets spilled in Bravo's Vanderpump Rules tea spilled thing. So they have their special that's dropping on Tuesday, and we'll be recapping that as well. So get ready, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.